Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to all the brothers out there pushing this word of sincerity and the truth. Shalom to the brothers, sisters, and children out there keeping this word of sincerity and the truth. Okay, I just wanted to go into this lesson. This just popped up on my phone. Maybe it's around 3:30, 3:20, 3:30-ish. I was on my way home, and this alert came up on the phone because I was wondering what was going on here in the alert that come to your phone, and I look, it says public safety alert, statewide 911 system outage. If you are experiencing an emergency, please contact your local law enforcement agency or first responder agency directly. Crews are actively working to fix this issue, and we're down here in the state of Mississippi. And this is, you just think about all the areas in Mississippi, all the different towns, the cities, the counties, different areas in Mississippi. It's a statewide 911 system outage, Now, I don't know the source of it, the cause of it, how long they say it's going to be out. I don't know all the details. It's just what came up. It said contact your local law enforcement agency or first responder agency directly. So basically, from my understanding, is you can't use 911 to get any type of help until they, quote unquote, get it back up and running. But the time is coming where Babylon the Great is going to be completely, there won't be no help. There will be no 911. There will be no local law enforcement agency or first responder agency. And as we can see now, the spirit of these Edomites are really getting riled up, and they're showcasing their hatred for Jake even more. They're really showcasing their hatred for Jacob, because this is the last time. So, and it's not going to be anyone to come save you from those situations, because a lot of these situations is what Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh of judgment he bringing on Jacob. But also too, you got a lot of Edomites that's finna be judged in this time. A lot of Edomites are finna be judged during these times where there won't be nobody to come help you, because at the same time, this is your downfall. You're the main act. You're the main event. Esau, your downfall is the main event of the times we in. So because Esau used 911 probably more than Jake. Esau used 911 more than Jake. So with it being statewide, eventually it's going to be nationwide. Eventually it's going to be nationwide where can't nobody call them. And all the people who were in those positions, they're gonna revert back to trying to defend for themselves. This is Isaiah 19, verse 16. And I'm going to read in a couple translations. It says, in that day shall Egypt be like unto women. Well, KJV. And it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which he shaketh over it. And in the AMP, it says helpless women. And I'm going to just see what a couple other translations say. In the NIV, in that day the Egyptians will become weaklings. They will shudder with fear at the uplifted hand that the Lord Almighty raises against them. And then when they go into the Egyptians, who are the modern day Egyptians? Who are the modern day people who took our people into bondage, hardcore bondage? The Edomites, America. And that's what it's talking about. The modern day Americans. It's not talking about ancient Egypt. The Lord is not for to punish ancient Egypt when ancient Egypt has already been destroyed. Now it's modern day America that's doing all the boasting, all the wickedness on the earth. Let's see. Most of them all say they're gonna be like women, as the scriptures say. They're gonna be like women, helpless, weak, afraid. Because of everything that the Lord is going to bring on the earth, not just one or two judgments. Everything is going to go down again. Esau, Edom, this is your main act. Your downfall is the main act of the time we in, and we're about to see you fall on a major scale. So let's get Yeah. Let's get, because a couple of the prophets seen this. In 2nd Ezra chapter 16, I'm going to start at 14. It says, behold, the plagues are sent. Do I want to start at 16? Yeah. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yes, I'm down. All right, verse 14. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward. Even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Right, so the Lord is going to send these plagues on all these plagues on the face of the earth. You know, all the judgments the Lord is going to use to destroy this man's kingdom, with the final judgment being the thermonuclear missiles. This is what these people are about to experience on earth, while they thinking that they finna be raptured away from everything. And you know, that's funny, because here it is, they said the 23rd and the 24th were supposed to be a rapture, and then on the 25th in Mississippi, there's a nationwide 911 outage. So I guess they got raptured away. They ain't here to help you. These people are crazy. This is verse 17. Woe is me. Woe is me. Who would deliver me in those days? This is a prophet, a beloved prophet of Yahweh Ba'ashem Abashai, saying, woe is me. He was so afraid from everything that he was seeing and that he saw of what the Lord is going to bring on the earth. He was like, man, shit, who gonna save me? You know? Who gonna deliver me from everything? And the Lord revealed everything. He showed Ezra a lot of things. He showed Ezra the same thing that Yahweh Shai said in Matthew 24. You know, everything that Yahweh Shai was telling his disciples, this is what Ezra was seeing. He said, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. The beginning, great death, meaning it's emphasis on it. Famine, great death. Great is just going into it's like he putting emphasis on the amount of something. And great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. This is the same thing Yahweh said in Matthew 24. You know, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. It's going to get more and more evil. And just imagine, with all these plagues coming on the earth, and nobody's there to save you. Nobody's coming to save you. You can't call nobody to come save you. And the only one that can save you is Yahweh Ba'ashem Abashai. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Abashai is only moving for his elect. It says, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. You know? Now, let me get 2nd Ezra 15. Now, let's see. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 5. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And this is what the Lord is bringing on the earth in all shapes, form, and fashions. You know, the sword, war, increasing this wicked, all forms of weapons, you know, even if it's psychological, biological, no matter what, the Lord is bringing all manner of weapons. See, there it is, 911 outage in Mississippi. You know, now people are trying to warn people about be safe, be careful. But look, the time is coming where that's gonna be the norm. That's gonna be society. You know, that's like the purge. The purge allows you to have lawlessness for a certain amount of time, but that was in a controlled environment. Just imagine when it's uncontrolled. The famine, with lack of food, lack of water, lack of necessities, you know, needed for survival. And again, the elect, you know, they're going to be experiencing this and going through these things, but Yahweh Ba'ashem Abashai is going to deliver them out of every situation. He's going to provide for them. They don't have anything to worry about. It's the rest of these people who Yahweh Ba'ashem Abashai is not going to move for. They have everything to worry about. It says death and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. This is why the Lord is bringing all this, because this earth has gotten exceedingly polluted and wicked. So now he's finna clean. Now he's cleaning it up, and then he's gonna make one ultimate move and send Yahweh Shai back, and Yahweh Shai is gonna realign everything, put everything back in its proper balance, starting with the nation of Israel. It says, therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. You know, the innocent and righteous blood crying unto the Lord. These are the men that sign and crying for the abominations that's done in the midst thereof. Ezekiel chapter 9. All the prophets are the men of the Lord. And, you know, the women too, crying, men, women, and children crying to Yahweh by Shema Mashai about how wicked this earth is, because we living in this. We have to live around this. We have to experience this. We have to try to survive through all these situations in this wicked kingdom. We crying to Yahweh by Shema Mashai about the conditions that we have to live in, you know, and what we have to experience. So the Lord is like, enough is enough. And therefore, said the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. See, here it is again in Egypt. Like we read in Isaiah 19, it's not talking about the actual land of Egypt. The Lord is symbolically speaking of America, because just like Egypt, just like America, or just like Egypt, rather, America has held our people in the hardest bondage known to man. So the Lord did the most miraculous and well-known deliverance out of Egypt, like he's going to do out of America. It's going to outweigh what he's going to do in America. It's going to outweigh in the four corners of the earth, or mainly America. It's going to outweigh everything he did in Egypt. You know, it's going to outdo that. But Egypt is also another name for America, modern day America now. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. So going back to Isaiah 19 and 16, it says, in that day, I'm reading AMP, in that day the Egyptians will become like helpless women, and they will tremble and be frightened because of the waving of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which he is going to wave over them. So this is what the Lord is finna do to this place. And that 911 outage, that's on the beginning, you know. And it might be just temporary. They might get it back up and running, you know, send out a message saying it's back up and running and everything. But the time is coming, well, it won't be, you know. The time is coming where it won't be. I'm going to read a couple more. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and the punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful consolation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. Right. So I'm going to end it right there just to make this quick lesson. And Lord will is edifying. Like I said, they might get it back up and running and say, you know, everything back to normal. But the time is coming where it won't be, you know. And that's the whole, well, let me get a couple more scriptures. Since we're here in Isaiah, that's the whole purpose behind Isaiah chapter 32. I'm going to get straight to, 1 and 2, KJV. Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment. And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. See, women, especially in the time like I say with the 911 shortage, they going to tap back into their mindset that they need a man. They going to understand the purpose of a man fully. And they not going to care about how many women you got. They going to want to just be under your wing. They going to want to be protected by you. This is Isaiah 4 and 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. These women are going to be wanting to be under your protection because Yahweh Ba'ashim Abishai is going to be with you, talking to the men of the Lord, the elect men. The Lord is going to be with you. He going to protect you. These women going to see it. They going to know it. And they going to want to be under you so that they can be safeguarded from all the evil, all the trouble that's coming, And let me get one more. Isaiah 13 and 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. And that man is a man of Yahweh Ba'ashim Abishai, the elect man. He's going to make you more precious, especially in the times of evil that he's going to bring on this place. You're going to be the most precious thing because you're going to have the one thing that the rest of this world doesn't have. It's that stability, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that brings that stability. Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh Ba'ashim Abishai is his treasure. And the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. So wisdom and knowledge is what's going to keep you stable, just like Yahweh Shai said. Because he is the word. He's going to help keep you stable for the times that's to come. That's Revelation chapter 3. So yeah, I'm going to end it right there. And on that note, Lord, it was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to all the brothers out there pushing this word of sincerity and the truth. Shalom to the brothers, sisters, and children out there keeping this word of sincerity and the truth. Until next time.